Welcome to the channel. For the very first time, we are going to do a gear review Tuesday. So hopefully every single week you can tune in and I'll be taking a look at a piece of gear that I have, that I've tested, and that I recommend. The first two pieces of gear that I'm going to review is the Laplander saw and the Sven saw. The Laplander, you can tell I've made an awesome sheath for it. Carried it on my belt while I'm hiking. Unsnaps, or you can just put your belt through there. Awesome. The Laplander saw, it's got a lock on it. It's got a folding blade. It's got a rubberized handle so it doesn't slip out of your hand. It's got a 7.5-inch blade. The total saw is about 9 1/8 inches long. It's got sharp teeth. It's got a good cut. The only complaint I would have is when you're cutting a big log, if you get going and you pull back too far, that tip catches the end of that log and it bends. Almost every time I use this saw, I bend the end of this saw blade. Take my hatchet, the back of it's got that little hammer on it, hammer it back straight, or I take a rock, hammer it back straight, no problem. It doesn't take away from the strength of it. It just is something that happens. Obviously when you're cutting smaller logs, no problems whatsoever. So I like it that it can fold. I like it that it only weighs 7 ounces. Put it in my pack, it's not going to snag or tear on anything. I can put it, if I'm hiking and I've got my backpack on and I'm worried about blowdowns, I can just put it on my belt loop. I don't even have to take off my pack, and I can cut up a branch or a twig, whatever. So, super handy saw. The other saw is the Sven saw. The thing that I like about this is it's massive. I mean, the teeth and the cut is just amazing. It's got a wing nut that holds it together. Take that wing nut off. You can see this one take a little bit of time. Pull that out. There's your handle, and here's the blade. This blade is sharp. You've got to be careful when you're putting this thing together. I don't know how many times I've snagged my finger with it. Now it goes together like this. You can see it's got a little slot there. Goes together like this. If you put this all the way in when you start out, you're not going to get that blade on. So that's got to be just about halfway in. This goes into this hole. That's in all the way. That's down all the way. And then you put that wing nut back on. And that is just a very, very heavy-duty saw in a compact package. When I'm out on overnights or in the van or even kayaking, I'll take this, and it is just rapid cut. I can cut up a pile of wood in no time. Downfall on this is it takes a little bit to put together. I have cut my finger on it a couple of times, but it is big. If I don't have my gloves, that metal can get cold, and it doesn't have as comfortable grip as the Laplander. The Laplander, it's nice and curved, and it just fits your hand awesome. And when you're cutting wood, you know, that really makes a big difference. So I do like that. But the power of this one, you know, makes it worth it. I've got small hands too, so but the power of this really makes it worth it. So anyway, so two very, very good saws. Highly recommend both of them. There's a considerable price difference, I think, in them. I'll have to list the price of this one. I'll actually list it below. And then this one I know is about $40, $41. So this one's a good half the price. There you have it. The Laplander saw and the Sven saw. Both of them, highly recommend. Thank you for watching.